Good morning students. In the previous session we have completed lesson number 9. Now today we will start with the new lesson, that is lesson number 7, metals and non-metals. Metals like gold, silver, iron, copper, aluminium, magnesium, calcium, sodium, platinum are the few examples of metals. Metals have luster, means they have shine. The metals are hard, they are hard. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. They are good conductors of heat and electricity. Metals lose their valence electrons to produce positively charged ions, that is cations. So this is about metals. The examples the metals are like gold, silver, iron, copper, aluminium, magnesium, calcium, sodium, platinum are the few metals. Metals have luster, means they are shining. Metals are hard. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, and metals lose their valence electrons to produce positively charged ion, that is cation. Okay, now we'll move to the next, that is properties of metals, physical properties of metal. Now which are the physical properties of metals that we will see? In that the first property is physical state. Physical properties of metals, in that the first property is physical state. Under ordinary temperature, means at the room temperature, metals stay in solid state. At the room temperature, metals are in solid state. However, metals like mercury and gallium are exception. But the metals like mercury and gallium are the exception. Why? Because they are in liquid state even at room temperature. At room temperature, they are in liquid state. But all other metals, they are in solid state at room temperature. Okay, so this is about physical state. Okay, this is the first property of metal, physical state. Okay, what you are going to write that? Physical state, all the metals are solid, are in solid state at room temperature. Exception is mercury and gallium. They are in liquid state at room temperature. Now the next one, the second property is luster. Luster means metals are shining. Light gets reflected from the cleaned and freshly cut surface of metal, and the metal looks lustrous, means they look shiny. So this is the second property of metal. First property is physical state. Second property is luster. Physical state means what? Under ordinary temperature, at room temperature, metals are in solid state except metals like mercury and gallium. Why? Because they are in liquid state. And the second one is metals look lustrous, or metals are shining. Okay. Now the third property is hardness. Generally metals are hard, not soft. Exception is sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium, these are also example of metals, but they are not hard. They are soft and can be easily cut by a knife. So these are the exception. The third property is hardness. Generally metals are hard, not soft. Exception is sodium and potassium. These two metals, sodium and potassium, they are soft and can be easily cut by a knife. Now the fourth property is ductility. Till now we have seen three properties: physical state, then luster, and third one is hardness. Now the fourth property is ductility. When a metal is pulled through a hole, its wire is formed. This property of metal is called ductility. Ductility means when a metal is pulled through a hole, its wire is formed. This property of metal is called ductility. Yes, so this is the fourth property. Ductility means when a metal is pulled through a hole, its wire is formed. This property of metal is called ductility. Okay, so this is about ductility. Now we'll move to the next property. Till now we have seen the four properties: physical state, luster, hardness, and ductility. Now the fifth property is malleability. Yes, malleability means take an iron nail, place it on a platform and keep on hammering it. After some time you will see a thin sheet forming. This property is called malleability of metals. Malleability means on hammering continuously, the metals turn into flat sheet. That is called as malleability. So here one example is given. Take an iron nail, place it on a platform and keep on hammering it. After some time you will see a thin sheet forming. This property is called malleability of metal. So this is the fifth property, malleability. On hammering continuously, metals are forming a thin sheet, that is malleability. Now the next property is conduction of heat. Take a copper plate, fix some wax at one of its end, heat the other end and observe what happens. What will happen? The other side where we have placed wax, that also will start melting. Yes, why? Because metals are good conductors of heat. So the examples, silver, copper and aluminium are the best conductors of heat. So this is the sixth property, conduction of heat. Metals are good conductors of heat. Silver, copper and aluminium are the best conductors of heat. Okay, so this is about the sixth property, that is conduction of heat. Now we'll move to the next property, that is conduction of electricity. Metals are good conductors of electricity. Metals are good conductors of electricity. Lead is an exception, but the lead is an exception which is neither a good conductor of heat nor a good conductor of electricity. So lead is an exception because it is neither a good conductor of heat nor a good conductor of electricity, but all the other metals are good conductors of electricity. Okay, and the next property is density. Metals have high density. Sodium, potassium and lithium are exception, having lower density than water. Metals are having high density, but the exception is sodium, potassium and lithium. Why? Because they are having lower density than water. The density of lithium is only 0.53 gram per cc, cubic centimeter. So what is the density of lithium? The density of lithium is only 0.53 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so this is about density. Okay, this is the eighth property. Now we'll move to the next property. Now the next property is melting point and boiling point. Generally metals have high melting points and boiling points. Exceptions: Hg mercury, Ga gallium, Na sodium and K potassium. So these are the exceptions. Other than all the other metals have high melting points and boiling points, but mercury, gallium, sodium and potassium, they are having low melting and boiling points. Now the last property is sonority. Sonority means metals are sonorous. They produce sound on striking. For example, school bell. Yes. So these are the 10 properties, 10 physical properties of metals. I hope you are clear with all the properties. In the previous standard also you have studied about these properties, right? Now we'll move to the next part. Till now we have completed metals and the 10 properties of metals. Metals are hard. They have luster. Yes. And we have seen the 10 properties. Okay, they have high melting point and boiling point. Then they are sonorous, means they are produces sound on striking. Then the property like ductility, malleability. Yes. Then they are good conductor of heat and electricity. They are hard. So these are the properties of metals. Now we'll see non-metals. Non-metals, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus are few non-metals. Generally non-metals are brittle and non-lustrous. So carbon, sulfur, phosphorus are few non-metals. Generally non-metals are brittle. Brittle means they can easily break down. And non-lustrous, they are not shiny like metals. Yes. So this is about non-metals. Carbon, sulfur, phosphorus are few of the example of non-metals. Non-metals are brittle and non-lustrous, means they are easily break down and they are not shiny. Okay. Now the physical properties of non-metals we'll see. The first one is physical state. At ordinary temperature, non-metals occur as solid, liquid and gases. Means at the room temperature, at ordinary temperature, non-metals occur as solid, liquid and gaseous state. Okay, but what we have seen in the metals, at room temperature metals are in solid state. Yes, but for the physical state for non-metals, non-metals occur as solid, liquid and gases at room temperature. So this is the physical state. Okay, now we'll move to the next property. The second property is luster. Non-metals do not have luster except diamond and iodine crystals. So non-metals, they do not have luster, means they are not shiny, but exception is diamond and iodine. Iodine crystals, if you have seen iodine crystals, they look shiny, and diamond also. So diamond and iodine crystals are the exceptions. All other non-metals are not shiny, but diamond and iodine crystals, they have luster, they are shining. Some non-metals are colorless while others have different colors. Sulfur is yellow and bromine is brown in color. So some non-metals are colorless while others have different colors. Sulfur is yellow in color and bromine is brown. This is the second property of non-metals. Now we'll move to the third property, that is brittleness. Like in the metals we have seen the third property is hardness. Yes, because metals are hard. But now we are studying non-metals, so non-metals are brittle. Yes, they can easily break down. Take coal and hammer it. See what happens to it. Solid non-metals are brittle. Solid non-metals are brittles. They can easily break down. Some non-metals are soft. Diamond, an allotrope of carbon, is an exception. But the diamond, that is an allotrope of carbon, is an exception, which is the hardest natural substance. So diamond is the exception, which is the hardest natural substance. All other non-metals are brittle. Now the next property is ductility and malleability. Non-metals are neither ductile nor malleable. Non-metals are neither ductile nor malleable. Means they are not drawn into a thin wire, or on hammering they are not turned into flat sheet. So they are not ductile and malleable. Okay, so this is about ductility and malleability. And what we have seen for the metals, metals have ductility, yes, and malleability also they shows. So they shows the property of ductility and malleability. But non-metals do not show the property of ductility and malleability. Non-metals are neither ductile nor malleable. Now the next property is conduction of heat and electricity. In metals we have seen metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, right? Now we'll see for non-metals. Non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity except graphite, an allotrope of carbon, which is a very good conductor of electricity. So non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity, but the exception is graphite, which is a very good conductor of electricity. Now the next one is density. Non-metals have low densities and metals have high density, right? But the non-metals have low density. Now melting and boiling point. Non-metals have low melting and boiling point, and what we have studied in metals, metals have high melting and boiling point, but the non-metals have low melting and boiling point. But the exceptions are the solid non-metals, carbon and boron, melt at high temperature, but the exception is carbon and boron, which melt at high temperature. But all other non-metals have low melting and boiling point. Hope you are clear till this properties, physical properties of metals and non-metals. I hope you are clear with all the properties. Yes, there are different properties like hardness, then ductility, malleability, melting and boiling point, conduction of heat, conduction of electricity, hardness, brittleness, luster, then physical state. Okay, hope you are clear with all the properties. So we'll stop till here today. Thank you so much.